This episode of the Diamond Mine podcast delves into the assassination of music legend John Lennon. If these subjects could potentially trigger you, the timestamps to that discussion are 28 minutes and 55 seconds through 30 minutes and 54 seconds. Those times may be slightly farther into the episode if you listen on anywhere besides YouTube due to the ad. We appreciate you. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Diamond Mine podcast with Nate and Laney, where we listen to all 92 Diamond albums certified by Billboard. Today's album is
Hi-Infidelity by REO Speedwagon.
So, before we get into anything about the album, our social medias, you can reach us on Twitter at TDMPod, TDMPOD, on Instagram at the Diamond Mine Podcast. It's right there. I'm not spelling it out. If you're an audio listener and you want to see our face or anything of the sort, or just you want to support the YouTube, the Diamond Mine on YouTube. And what was it that you could look up and we were like, one of the first things pop up?
Oh, if you just look up the Diamond Mine podcast and you, our trailer is the first thing that pops up now.
So yeah, that's...
Upgrade.
It'll just say like the Diamond Mine podcast trailer, I think is literally what it is. So that's our channel. That's our trailer, in case you're interested. Also, I don't think we say this a lot. We might have said this once on Apple Podcasts. Rate us if you would like. I think you can do that, right? Rate, I think, is the correct word. It just really helps us grow and reach more new people that haven't heard the podcast that might be interested. So it would be greatly appreciated if you could rate on Apple Podcasts and like and comment on YouTube and all that.
But also, if you're driving and busy and don't want to watch on YouTube, we're available anywhere podcasts are listened to.
So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, what's that other one that was like...
Overcast?
Overcast, yeah. So anyways, do you have anything else to say before we get into this?
No.
Alright, so this first song is called Don't Let Him Go, and this opening...
Oh, no, wait, I do.
What?
It was released November 21st, 1980.
Oh, wait.
We completely skipped that.
Yeah, we did completely skip that.
10 songs, 35 minutes, and it went 10 times platinum, so it barely made the list. Now.
Oh, also, I have one more thing to say before we get into the songs. As of recording this, happy birthday, Ringo Starr.
Peace and love, everybody.
Drummer for the Beatles, if you do not know. Ringo Starr, baby. 81 years old. So, this first song is called Don't Let Him Go, and this opening had both me and Lainey like Lion King vibes for some reason. It had like African drums at the very beginning. It was definitely like early 80s. There's a little synth, but it doesn't go like full on synthy like mid or later 80s. And it's not as hard as like hair bands that were like mid 80s and stuff. And hair bands aren't necessarily like hard, but this is a lot more, it's still rock, but it's a little softer than that, less like aggressive. It's very distinct. I wouldn't say it's soft rock though. But it's very distinct, and I'm not really sure how to categorize it. It's just like purely rock, not really leaning towards a subsect. Other than that, though, with the song, the guitar was pretty cool, and I think this dude's voice is strange.
Okay, so I thought this just sounded like it would be on the soundtrack for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, I don't know what it was about it, but...
The Cars movie. Rascal Flatts.
Life is a highway.
I was on my friend that I've been friends with since like I was 5. I was on his Spotify because he asked me to play a song, and like one of the most recently listened to songs was "Life Is the Highway" off the Cars soundtrack.
I think this is literally just classified as rock.
Like
not
just straight up rock.
Not hard rock, not soft rock. Not
that's what I was thinking. It's just it doesn't really go towards a sect of rock.
It's just rock. Anyway, it's catchy. Possibly about sexual relations, which I didn't really catch until halfway through the song.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Oh,
not fully
maybe
sure.
Not.
Maybe not. Yeah, honestly. Maybe not. Maybe. Comment down below.
Song facts. With that being said, I'm gonna keep on loving you.
All right. The next song is called "Keep on Loving You." I've heard this one before because my mom likes REO Speedwagon because this was her heyday. I think she was like 12 when this came out. Shout out Noni.
Shout out to 12-year-olds.
But shout out to 12-year-olds. Not.
Shout out to all the pairs, man.
This song is pretty alright. It's not like punching me in the face with like how cool it is, and that's probably just because I've heard it like my whole entire life. But now that I'm analyzing, I see how hard it hits and just shows how much he's like into this chick that he wants to keep on loving her. I swear, Laney.
I think I have to buy it, but I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay, yeah, you go for it. So how y'all doing? I know you can't really reply. Like I can't hear it. The thing that Laney was gonna do wasn't working.
Moving on. So I actually like the first one more than this song, despite this being one of their
more popular
honestly
ones.
One of their most popular songs of all time. It still has a catchy hook and everything going on for it, you know.
Yeah.
Features, you know, a quick little guitar solo. It also has a sound towards the beginning that sounds like when you would put a card in your bike and it would hit the spokes as you ride. Yeah, that's exactly what that sounded like.
Dude, that was the best when you were little.
Also, wasn't this song in a Swiffer commercial?
Probably. Knowing how...
Because it was like one way or another was one, but then when they had like the weird romantic between the mop and the broom thing happening, I'm pretty sure this song was on the commercials.
That's really random that you remember that.
It's just like from back here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we can move on from that.
So the next song is called Follow My Heart. It has literally only like 3 full stanzas and an extra line of lyrics, and that's how most of the songs are, or not most, but a few of the songs are on this album. But they repeat like the stanzas; they just only have those like listed. It only has like 3 full unique stanzas, and those few lyrics, in my opinion, on this song suck. It's just such a basic concept of like, should I follow my brain or follow my heart? And it was really repetitive.
Oh, yeah, okay, it is the song.
And the minimal lyrics are super duper like repetitive. They're repeated throughout the whole entire song, and it doesn't immerse me or even tell like a good story. So I'm not super duper wrapped in with this song. And the way he sings like the verses is weird to me. Just all in all, it's repetitive and something, and it repeats something that isn't even that good to me. So.
I need a cookie. Okay,
We have cookies downstairs. I can get you one in a little bit.
I do too. Who do you think gave you the cookies?
No, not those cookies. We have different cookies that we took to the lake. But we have those cookies too that you're talking about.
I got cookies at the house. I'm fine.
You sure? Okay. How do you feel about Follow My Heart?
I also had fish for 11:11. Make a wish.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I wish I wouldn't have to listen to albums like this anymore.
Well, now they heard it, so now that's not gonna happen. So we got Lionel Richie next. Ooh. Anyway, okay. Pulling it back in over here. I think a cover of this song would be better than the original.
Like just...
That's a bold statement, but I strongly
How so?
believe it.
Like who would you want to cover this?
I didn't go that far. But just listening to his voice screech through these lyrics, someone can do it better.
Yeah, probably. Maybe like a... Who would I want to cover this? I want somebody that like would make it interesting.
It's just the vocals that didn't do it for me. That's all I'm saying. Because, I mean, like I have written here, the instrumental portion as a whole, you know, the rhythm and all of that, it was nice, but the lyrics kind of ruin it. But also the voice just doesn't really flow with it and have a good delivery. So it was kind of like, it's like they contrasted.
I say Pharrell Williams. I think that would be interesting.
'Cause I'm happy.
Clap along. I just shut my phone off.
But like Nate already said, the lyrics are repetitive. They're a bit cheesy. But they kind of get a point across of the whole, you know, should I follow my head? Should I follow my heart? You know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I think it was a minute too long.
I mean, if you repeat stuff so much, it'll eventually get ingrained into people's heads, so...
No, I get what they were trying to say, because they said it 3 times or 4 times throughout the song. But they just could have done it in a different way, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So. I think so, too. Anyways, this next song...
In his lyrics, is it the next song? Yeah, in the next song, his lyrics, when he's talking about you could have said it better, go back to that song, rewrite it, thank you.
This next song is called In Your Letter. There's, like, no lyrics in the song again, like, only a few stanzas. But this one was better, in my opinion. I liked this song pretty good.
Way better.
It throws it back to, like, 60s shoe bop type stuff.
What was it, the girl...
The Ronettes.
No. But what was described on Billboard? It was
The
girl
song. I can't remember what it was.
Girl genre.
It was something like Ronettes-esque. It's got me moving my head back and forth, and this one is a little more entertaining because of the story of like her writing the letter and hiding behind the paper, hiding and like
she left him for another man.
Yeah, and wrote him a letter and was basically like, I don't love you anymore. And then they've got like a piano to organ solo that I thought was super duper dope. Yeah. And I just like this song. This song is pretty cool.
Well, when it first started, I was like, okay, this is very Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefers. Mm-hmm. But then I remembered the
That's really what they're called? The Coral Reefers?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Look into it. Anyway, yeah, they have like 20 freaking people in the band now.
Dang.
Not that many. That's an exaggeration, but they have a lot now. There's like backup and like 12 different instruments. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so, and then we got into the Ronettes like we already talked about, but I love songs that sound so upbeat and fun and happy, but the lyrics are just like dark or sad or angry and completely just...
Like Pumped Up Kicks.
That's a dark song.
That is a very dark song, but it does not sound like it.
No, it's very catchy. It's a great song. Classic.
Honestly, that is a good song. Listen to that.
It's my fault to the people. But I did really like the song. From the tone to the backup singers to the, solo piano moment that happened. And I already added it to a playlist, so don't even worry about it.
Also, sorry if I just now noticed this. I tone it out because I live in the South. But sorry if you can hear, like, the night bugs.
Look at this.
Like, the night bug noises.
No, that's not what it sounded like. Hold on. That's kind of what it sounded like. That
Maybe.
Song.
Oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that.
Zip!
But yeah, sorry if you can hear that. Just the mixture of, like, cicadas and stuff. So, apologies. Not really much that we can do about that. It's just our environment.
I was on the way here, and I had a bug in my car, and I was like... Oh,
was it a big one?
I don't know what it was. And I was like, okay, I think it's on the outside. I turned the lights on. No. No. It was on the inside. So I rolled down the window. It crawls on in with the window, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Oof.
It crawls back out. I tried to hit it. It jumped. I don't know where it went.
Was it green? Or was it like a... I don't know.
I don't know what it was, but I don't want to find out.
Fair enough.
At this point.
Anyways, this next song is called "Take It on the Run." I think this one is their most popular one. I'm not sure, but
100%.
It's probably it's either this one or "Keep on Loving You." But this one is super fun. It has like a hard hitting chorus. It's very karaokeable. If that's a word.
It's this one.
So if you're ever at like the bar with your parents whenever you turn 21, if you're not 21 yet, and you get them on the karaoke machine, odds are they will probably pick this song.
Okay, time out. If this is your go-to karaoke song, reevaluate.
The chick, stepping back a little bit, the chick he keeps singing about on this album must have done him bad.
She did it dirty.
She did him dirty. Like he is like
she
upset.
Really just...
From Dirty Dogs. Like, he is upset about it. It's hurt his feelings.
She dirty.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, the album cover is literally like...
A hooker. A woman of the night. Hooker might be a
lady
not
of the
so
evening.
Good
Speaking
word.
of... You want to hear the story time? It's not that PG. Actually, it's not PG. We might have to bleep. So, I was in...
Like a lot? Or like...
No. We already said hooker.
Alright, whatever. Fine.
There's just one word that... Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I was in Nashville last night,
Mm-hmm.
seeing Jimmy Buffett. Today's the 7th, by the way. No, yes. It's the 7th. It's Ringo Starr's birthday.
Facts.
And I was walking down their Broadway, all the bars and stuff. There was a man holding up a sign. I can't remember what it said, but it was like, looking for hookers or something like that. Giant cardboard sign. Propped it up against trash cans, of course. On one side of it, it said something like, don't be a block.
Yep, I gotta censor that word.
You gotta put in like a rooster thing.
Yeah, I will.
Anyway, so I was like, dude. And then someone was like trying to do one of those like tricks where you balance something on your hand and it said, need money for weed.
That's honestly
I was like, okay, at least
Nashville,
honest.
baby.
It also smelled like urine, like straight urine.
Straight pee-pee.
Still
Oh,
dried up on the concrete.
oh,
Urine.
that's unfortunate. It's probably all the drunk people coming out of the Jimmy Buffett concert.
No, everything was closed by the time we got out because they closed everything early. Still, I think it was all closed at 10
Oh
o'clock.
yeah, because COVID. Dang.
Yeah.
Ugh. I guess it's just like the homeless
And then Dad
population.
tried to go in this restaurant, and I was like, Dad, you have to be 21. He was like, oh. Yeah, sorry about it. Anyway, let's finish this, please. Take it on the run. Did you finish your notes for that?
I'll take it on the run, yeah.
I'm just sitting here wasting time then. So...
You got it. You got it.
Come on. Come on.
Gosh, Lainey, please.
I don't have a lot of sleep right now. I had to leave Nashville at 5 in the morning. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, so this one's a radio staple for REO for sure. And I personally, I actually think there's a reason for this one. The other one, not so much. It's not my favorite. But this one I actually think there's a reason. I mean, the chorus alone makes this album better than what it realistically probably is. However, no, not however. And then there's an instrumental break, and that's just chef's kiss. Done.
Fair enough.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
At this point, you mentioned that at least this album was fun and doesn't drag on, so props for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very true. It was a fun album.
Anyways, this next song is called Tough Guys. It has like a Little Rascals clip. I think that's what it was. Talking about like Spanky.
Well,
yeah.
first it was more like, you like jazz?
Uh-huh.
And then it was like the... Alfalfa! That, oh my gosh, I couldn't think of his name. Because she says it's like Debbie Ryan or whoever's in it.
Mm-hmm. But it's just like a similar sound to the last songs. But that's okay, because like, I don't really feel like they're going for being super duper deep. They're just trying to sound like they're going for more of like having a fun sound rather than being super duper deep with their songs.
Yeah, okay. I'll get into this one.
So it's just another very repetitive song, which was kind of disappointing to me though, because I felt like the song had a lot of potential, but it lost me after like the 6th time I heard him say "Tough Guys." So you go ahead.
Tough guys, rough guys. Cut to Billie Eilish, bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
She'll be on this list eventually. I can almost guarantee it. People love her. Her and Ariana Grande, I bet. People love, and honestly, maybe like Drake might be on there at some point. He sells a lot of stuff.
I think my calf is about to cramp.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Are we gonna have to take a pause?
No, I'm gonna talk through it.
Okay. All right. Tough guy.
So for this one, I can imagine a music video coming up on like the VH1 Classics.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I guess MTV when that was actually a thing. You know.
Mm-hmm. When they did music videos.
Mm-hmm. But this is another song that I could hear a cover to.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily it would be better, but I could hear it. Like, for example, we talk about Green Day a lot, but I can hear early 90s Green Day covering this song. Because it was right up their alley. I mean, like, it was just at that magnitude with the lyrics and the repetitiveness, but also, like, how they went about. I can just hear it. I can just hear it. And that's all I have to say.
Oh, well, that's that. Drummer for the Beatles, Ringo Starr, on his birthday.
Peace and love.
And we're back. Sorry, everybody. Just peace and love. Peace and love. Anyways, the next song is called Out of Season. The guitar riff in this song, sorry. For
that was the first thing I wrote
a lack
down.
of better words, this guitar riff kicks ass. I don't know why I can't say riff. It's just another head bopping, fun having rock song about how a girl did him wrong. It's not something very analytical, but it's just a good time. And I think if they were going for just having a good time, they got that across pretty well. So that's pretty much all I have to say.
That pinched my knuckle hair.
I apologize.
Okay. So yeah, literally the first thing I wrote down was that the guitar riff really got my attention. I love how I wrote that down, thinking I would remember how it actually went.
Dun 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 dun.
I know. Anyway,
you did not write done 7 times.
Yeah, because it was like a.
It was like dun 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 dun.
No.
Dun dun dun.
No.
Just like that?
No. It was like dun 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 or something like that.
Continue.
Yeah. Very catchy with yet another guitar solo. That's a very common theme with this album. Guitar solos, piano solos. The song... I think I'm losing my mind. The song isn't bad. It's relatively good. But the lyrics, honestly, they were chummy. They were too chummy for me. Don't get me wrong. I love a good metaphor, okay? But it just wasn't it. It was cheesy.
You just sounded like a dad at like a barbecue. It's like, well, I mean, the hot dogs are a little overcooked for me. And don't get me wrong, I like a burnt wiener, but
boy, no, boy, you getting bigger every year.
Yeah, they got you in football yet, boy? But yeah. Anything else you would like to say about that? The next song is called "Shaking It Loose." This last 30 seconds has been so eventful. Anyways, I don't like the vocals in this song. I just don't feel like he's really... Are you good? I don't feel like he's really even singing that well in this song. I guess this would be fun if you were just vibing in the club in 1980 and wanted to dance. But the main hook where he says, "Shake, shake, shaking it loose tonight," does not even sound good because he's like screaming shake. Like he doesn't even sing it. Like he just... Okay. It's not even musically appealing, but that piano solo was dope. And I really like piano solos. So, your turn.
I don't know what happened this episode. I really think it's because I'm so tired. Shaking It Loose. So, Kevin's vocals just... Kevin. We love you, Kevin. Kevin. But not it.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
It really wasn't. I mean, the song, it sounds like one of those garage bands that go to gig at prom.
Mm-hmm. That's, oh my gosh.
Dude,
yes. I could hear that.
Yeah, okay, exactly. But it's not a bad song, okay? It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his vocals that don't mesh well with it. There's a kicking guitar solo with a wicked piano. That's probably the best part of the song, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the solos and stuff. But I will say his vocals do pick up towards the end, and there's more like depth and rasp.
Yeah.
I guess that's when he screams. What is it, shaking or whatever?
Shaking it loose tonight.
Yeah, so that might be it. I could also see this song being in the movie Risky Business, like Bob Seger's Old Time Rock and Roll.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10 guitar picks. Next.
I would like to give a fun fact before we go on to this next song. When my mom was in college, I might have said this in an earlier podcast when we were in the closet and we were talking about how we have the mic set up on my mom's diploma.
Forgot we were in the closet.
Yeah, we used to not have a recording space. Isn't that weird?
We had the garage.
Anyways, when my mom was in college, she saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers perform for free before they ever got big. Like, they were just, like, performing at her college. And that's what it reminded me of when you said, like, a band that just gets in at prom. Like, they were just performing at the World's Fair Park, I think. And they were just, like, completely for free.
Could you imagine seeing the Red Hot Chili Peppers
and
before
apparently, she hated it. She hated...
That's before they found their niche.
From the bottom of her heart, she hated it. She says that's, like, probably the least, like, fun she's ever had with music. So they either... My mom just really doesn't... My mom also just doesn't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I don't think. But,
so then it was just a personal preference.
Maybe also they hadn't, like, hit their stride yet as a band.
Well, I mean, obviously they hadn't come out with songs like Danny California and stuff like that.
Anyways,
is that the name of the song? Wait.
No, you're thinking of something else. You're thinking of Californication.
Danny California.
What is Danny California? Wait, that might be something too.
I'll look it up. You just
okay. The next song is called "Someone Tonight." This one is a different singer. It's the bassist.
It is from the Red Hot Chili
really?
Peppers. Yes.
Okay. It's weird that they also have Californication then. Anyways, they let the bassist sing and they stuttered the tonight thing, and I wanted to barf. It's just that's not a good trope. I don't understand why people like to stutter on their songs. I went into that a couple podcasts ago with... Who was that?
Could have been anyone.
It was somebody a couple podcasts ago.
Was it Def Leppard? It wasn't Britney. Was it Def Leppard?
It might have been Def Leppard.
It wasn't Britney.
It wasn't Britney. It definitely wasn't Britney. Free Britney. She's yet to be freed.
Straight up.
That's just not a good trope, and don't do that if you're an aspiring musician. That's just not cool. I don't understand why people do it. There's also like minimal lyrics again, which is like whatever. They're going for vibes. This is what I assume. I'm getting a little tired of it.
Right. Okay. So Bruce, like Nate said, the bassist, he sings this one. Bruce, if you know, you know. It's about him wanting a one-night stand. Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vocal change-up with his deeper voice, but Kevin, could you not just let him have this one?
Yeah, he has to like harmonize with him and like just like let him have it.
He came back and I was like, Kevin, it's Kevin, it's Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
it's Kevin again. But song overall is just one of those like overlookable rock songs in my opinion. It's just not, you know, it's not that it. It's not that good. It's not it.
But the final song on this album is called "I Wish You Were There." It's a bit of a slower song. I didn't think this one is as fun. I didn't think this one was
fun.
Yeah. Okay, I said that right. But I'll let you talk about this song, and then I want to bring up a fun fact that I learned.
Okay, so it sounds very church or gospel-y, very southern country to me. Especially when they come in with the backup singers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like the overall composition, but for some reason the delivery just wasn't there for me. I don't exactly know what it was, but the delivery wasn't it. You know, the song would hit different, however, if everyone was sitting by a fire pit and, you know, they had the live music going and all of that. You know,
maybe a little brewski in their hand if they were of the age.
21 and up.
Or 18 if you're in like Canada or Europe or anywhere but the United States.
Canada's 19 in some territories.
How about that?
I learned that the hard way. Also reminds me of I Get By With a Little Help from My Friends by the Beatles, or Joe Cocker if you're into his version better than the Beatles.
I do not think so. I think that version is so weird with Joe Cocker, how he like makes it super duper like opera, like it's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, though,
I'm done.
That you said that is very interesting because there's been a lot of Beatles this episode. Ringo Starr's birthday, Ringo came in the door over there. You said that about that song that was sung by Ringo.
He still performs it, by the way. I want that to be known.
That's nice.
It's his final.
So, this band started in 1967. That does not feel right because this album is from 1980. So technically, this is a 60s band. And
this wasn't the first album, though.
Yeah, no, this wasn't. But this was the one that, like, you know, blew up. I just thought that was odd. And there was a point that REO Speedwagon and the Beatles were making music at the same time. Is that not weird? They were making music. REO Speedwagon started making music, like, about 3 or 4 months after Sgt. Pepper's came out.
Yeah, no one noticed.
That's so... Is that not weird? Like, that's one of those facts that is true, but does not sound like it should be true.
They?
I don't know. I mean, if they started in 67, the band's been going on for, like, 54 years, I think.
I'll see how old Kevin is. Ooh, let's look at his net worth next. He's 69.
So he was young when he started the band then. If they started in...
He was born in 51.
They started in 67, he was 16. So he's in high school.
Well, yeah, but also thinking about John Lennon and Paul and George, they were all like 16 too.
Well, George was a lot younger than them.
When they did the Quarrymen.
Uh-huh.
George was like 14 at the time.
Yeah, George was way younger than them. Well, was. God rest his soul. God rest John Lennon as well. Lost way too soon. Don't smoke cigarettes. Anyways.
That's not what killed John Lennon.
Well, that's not what killed John Lennon. That was just unfortunate.
Don't smoke cigarettes. You'll get a shot in the head.
He didn't get shot in the head. He got shot 5 times in the back. By a crazy man who, after
he shot him just to get famous.
Yeah, and after apparently he was also like kind of crazy and thought he was Holden Caulfield from what is that book called? Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
And apparently right after he killed John Lennon, he just pulled a copy of the book out of his pocket and started reading it on the side of the road.
Yeah, I read that.
That's so weird. I was going down a really big rabbit hole the other day. I'm going to have to put a trigger warning right here. I'm going to go ahead and write that in my notes so I know to edit that in. Trigger warning, John Lennon. So, I was going down this like huge rabbit hole about like famous celebrities like last known words, and I went on to like John Lennon's, and it was like the whole entire like police report and stuff, and I was reading about it, and I was going really in depth with it, and then I started going on to like just Beatles stuff, and apparently in 1999 George Harrison almost got assassinated too. Like this dude like just ran up in his house and like stabbed him and stuff, and like punctured his lung and all that. That's crazy.
Out of all the Beatles, why would it be George?
He was a nice guy. He just practiced, it wasn't Hinduism, but it was like some sort of like Eastern philosophy. I can't remember what exactly it's called. It's going to be right here if you want to research that. But yeah, anyways, this album.
He did spend a lot of time in. Wasn't his ashes spread down the river?
They were spread.
Okay,
they were spread somewhere in like.
Because in
with
India,
his faith.
in India, if you do it by the river, that sets your soul free.
Yeah, like he was breaking the like. What is it? The repetition of reincarnation, yeah. Anyways, though, back onto REO Speedwagon. 1 through 92. How you feeling?
50. Even.
Yeah, 50.
Because what's it at now? 60...
60 something.
66?
It's like mid-60s.
I'll pull it up real quick.
I'd say it's in the 50s. 50s maybe, like... I liked it pretty good. I just thought that it was kind of disappointing how repetitive it was, and I thought his vocals weren't exactly it at certain points.
It had more potential than what was actually.
But then again,
executed.
if you're like, he was repetitive, yet he kept the album short and didn't put like a ton of filler in there, which I respect.
35 minutes. I appreciate.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. If you're gonna be super duper repetitive with your stuff, and you know you're gonna be repetitive,
64.
At least like. Tame it back so we don't have to consume 16 songs of repetitiveness and only 10. Anyways, though, social medias, Twitter, TDM Pod, TDMPOD. Lainey's holding it right there now.
It's like a baby bird.
This one's a large bird. The Instagram, the Diamond Mine. Oh, that one's heavy. The Diamond Mine podcast. Catch us on there every time we go. A video goes up. Something gets posted on the Twitter and the Instagram.
We started fun facts on the Twitter.
For real?
Yeah, you tweeted.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did tweet a fun fact on the Twitter. Sometimes the Twitter has like random things if you're just interested in that, and seeing a little bit more of us than you would on the Instagram. If you're an audio listener and you want to see the face cam and stuff, or edits and all that, or you just want to see what the religion was that George Harrison practiced, our YouTube is the Diamond Mine, and you can just look up the Diamond Mine podcast, and we should be one of the first things that pops up our trailer video.
You'll know it's us because it has a cheap glitter background with a diamond that says the Diamond Mine on it.
It also just has well, I guess if you're an audio listener, you might not know what we look like at all. It's the same logo. What is that
noise? Is
there
a fly?
Yeah, what is that? It's either a fly or like the cord is like half. Whatever. Let's just end this. This has been the Diamond Mine podcast with Nate and Laney. We'll be back at you next week with Lionel Richie.